Greetings to you all. Welcome to Bharati Vidyalaya Metric Digital Lab. Today we see Unit 6 poem from 10th Standard English. The topic of the poem is No Men Are Foreign. It is written by James Falconer Kirkup. Let us go and see about the author. James Falconer Kirkup. His period was 1918 to 2009. He was an English poet, translator and travel writer. He wrote over 30 books, including autobiographies, novels and plays. Kirkup wrote his first book of poetry, The Bronze Sailor at the Downs, which was published in 1947. His hometown of South Shields now holds a growing collection of his works in the Central Library, and artifacts from his time in Japan are housed in the nearby museum. His last volume of poetry was published during the summer of 2008 by Red Squirrel Press and was launched at a special event at Central Library in South Shields. Students, before we see the poem No Men Are Foreign, just one warm-up. Read the poem to know why we must not hate our brethren because they belong to a different country or speak a different language. The poet reminds us that all people are similar and part of the brotherhood of men. By the end of the poem, we get to know how it is unnatural to fight against ourselves. Okay, dear. What does mean foreign? Foreign means the person one who belongs to other country. Here, the poet James Falconer Kirkup reminds us that all the people who belong to the earth are similar and share the brotherhood of men, though the color of uniform are different. Though the colors of uniform are different, it is the same human body. All walk on the same earth, see the same sun, inhale air and use water the same way. Okay, now we go and see the poem No Men Are Foreign. Explanation of the poem like stanza wise. First stanza. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like us, the land our brothers walk upon. Is earth like this, in which we all shall lie? Beneath means here, under. Okay. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. The poet tells that men are not different from each other simply on the basis that they come from separate countries. They may fight for the army of their country, but underneath the uniform, they are all similar. Our opponent army soldiers live and breathe just as we do. Like us, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. This two line explains here most fights between two countries result from disputes over a piece of land. However, all the land on earth is the same. Moreover, every man will have to lie in the earth at one time or the other. That is, all men have to die, and all pieces of land are potential graveyards in which they fight. That is, all men have to die, and all pieces of land are potential graveyards in which they fight. This is the explanation of the first stanza. Students, from the first stanza, now I am going to ask some questions to you. What is found beneath all uniforms? Yes, you are right. The same human body that breathes is found beneath all uniforms. Okay, what is same for every one of us? The earth we walk upon is the same for all of us. Okay, where are we all going to lie finally? Yes, you are right. We are all going to lie beneath the earth. Next we see the 5th line to 8th line explanation of the poem. That means here we consider as second stanza. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by vast long winters starved. Their hands are ours, in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. The poet gives further evidence of the unity of man. He says that those who live in other countries also depend on the same sun, air and water for their survival. They too have seen peace and war. During a peaceful period, they have a good harvest and food products. Similarly, during the war period, just like a long winter, availability of food will be in the scarce, resulting in famine. They look just like us and are descended from the same ancestors as we are. Now try and answer these questions. What is common for all of us? Yes, the sun, air and water are common for all of us. Okay. Mention the season referred here. Very good. Winter is the season referred here. Now we see the explanation of the poetic lines from 9 to 12. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake, are sleep, and strength that can be owned by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake, are sleep, and strength that can be owned by love. The poet urges us to keep in mind the fact that our opponents sleep and wake like we do and follow a similar type of lifestyle. Every human being has an inner resource of strength that he can use to help his fellow beings. However, that resource can only be unlocked by following the path of love. Next here, see the line, in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Now see the explanation. When we love someone, then only we stand up for them. That's why it is necessary for every man to love his fellow beings without creating divisions amongst them. Despite the differences between various nations, there is one thing that they all have in common. The common people live the same kind of life everywhere. Therefore, we can recognize the presence of that life no matter where we travel in this wide world. Now we see the explanation of the poetic lines 13 to 17. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. The poet disagrees against the efforts of military and religious groups that encourage us to wage wars. Those groups are misguiding their own people. They are asking their followers to hate their opponents without realizing that they are our own brothers. It is a form of self-destruction. Any hatred that we show on any member of the human race is equivalent to our betrayal towards the people. Betrayal towards the people. If we kill people of any other country, we are endangering human beings as a whole and their survival on earth. What does mean betray? It means disloyal. What does mean condemn? Express complete disapproval. Now we see the explanation of the line 16 to 17. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it is the human earth that we defile. Defile means damage the purity or appearance. Now we see the explanation. The poet specifies the impacts of war. If we, the guardians of the earth, were to die out as a result of the war, then there would no one left to take care of the home that our ancestors had passed down to us. We would then have nothing to pass down to our future generation. Okay, next we see the next line 18 to 20. Our hells of fire and dust outtrack the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. Okay, students, now try and answer these questions. What happens when we hate our brothers? What happens when we hate our brothers? When we hate our brothers, we hate ourselves. Okay. Next, see. Why do we take arms against each other? We take arms against each other when we decide to harm each other. How do we defile human earth? Yes, you are right. We defile or pollute the human earth by using arms and ammunition to cause widespread death and destruction. Listen the line. Our hells of fire and dust outtrack the innocence of where that is everywhere our own. Okay, listen. Innocence, it means not guilty of a crime. The poet compares wartime with hell. In war, as in hell, there is fire and smoke everywhere. As a result of this, the earth is becoming poisoned. The air that we breathe is becoming impure and will not be able to sustain human life for much longer. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. That is why the poet encourages us not to wage war on our fellow men, thinking they are foreigners and that their countries are unlike our own. At last, the poet concludes his point of view in this poem that we should not have war, since it is unnatural to fight against ourselves. The poet asks us to remember that people of other countries are not foreign and other countries are not strange. The poet asks us to remember that people of other countries are not foreign and the other countries are not strange. Okay, students, I hope you all understand this poem. No men are foreign. Thank you. Bye.